Yo, what's good, everybody? So as of right now, my camera thing isn't working for some reason. Let's see. All right. I wonder if I could still be on somewhere else. Okay. So as you can see by the title of this video, it's about basically forex trading and stuff. So it's a rough journey. For me, I've had different situations trying to thinking that man maybe I can help people make money, and then I realized we're not on the same energy, same frequency. If you guys don't know, I have 432 hertz music playing in the back, classical music. In case you guys are aware about what's playing in the background. So I went over a lot of courses on trading, and of course, being able to find ways to make money is by far one of the most important things because our our economy in the nearby future is going to take over. They're going to be taken over by AI. So that's going to cause a lot of like hysteria. It's going to cause a lot of lack, insecurity, and I mean by like not having enough. And then yeah, in case you guys don't know, for other people that understand what I'm saying, this is something that you shouldn't kind of let go of your head because it's kind of occurring in today's world. You know what I'm saying? So when I started trading, I realized I couldn't focus on other goals. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't focus on like any hobbies. Not that much. You know what I'm saying? I had to really like take the time to just chill and master. I don't know. My freaking neck feels weird right now. Yeah. Maybe I need to sit up straight. So I realized like I stopped doing comedy because it was interfering with my discipline in my trading, and I started looking at multiple people, right, multiple traders, and there was educators on various forex platforms that used to be dancers, that used to be like musicians or whatever, people with many passions, and they dedicated themselves to trading in a way. The thing is, the youth right now, they think the way to make money is to become an influencer, is to do DoorDash, price picks, because that's the only thing that you see on the surface level, right? And one thing that people really lack is being teachable on, giving up like TV shows and video games and stuff like that. Uh, because the main reason is, these things, they're going to lower your attention span. They're going to cause you to not, uh, especially like watching TV, you know what I'm saying? It's tuned to frequencies. So you're installing information, negativity into your brain, and it's going to literally cause you, it's going to disorient your thinking. So whatever positive intentions for yourself, if you want to create a goal, right? I mean, what minute are we? Okay, 5. If you want to create a goal, right, understand that your your lack of subconscious thinking, because one thing that's very important is the subconscious mind. Whatever we feed the subconscious mind, that is how we're gonna act. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I stopped watching like certain things like boxing and stuff like that, and I strayed away from that because it was making me more violent. People don't understand, like, if you push somebody's buttons, they're not going to act how society tells them to act, like keep your hands to yourself. They're not going to do that. They're going to act subconsciously. So you're going to literally mimic how your subconscious mind is creating perception. Your subconscious mind is creating perception, so you're going to act on those perceptions, which causes like violence and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons, like, I've been listening to positive things, you know what I'm saying, keeping my mind aware on like trying to eat healthy. I listen to a lot of podcasts on health, and that's how my life is. Like, I'm doing this every day so that I become it. You know what I'm saying? I try to become as much as I can. And I'm a man to tell you, like, straight up, like, I try to be as humble as I can. I try to like do things the most perfective way. Although I'm not a perfectionist, but let me write this down. Hold up. It's called perfect practice. Okay. And people say, "Oh man, well, if you're gonna be healthy and blah blah blah, isn't that stressful, Felix? That you're giving up like TV? Like, what do you do at home, bro? Like, you just, you know what I'm saying?" I get a lot of people that, tell me things like, "You don't get bored, or how the hell do you live? Like, what's your life like, basically?" And I have a whole different routine from other people. That doesn't mean like I'm bored. Like, if your attitude is like correct towards making money or making certain things happen, because you can make anything happen. You watching this, you can be, do, or have anything you want to experience, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But understanding that you have to apply a routine or a certain motion where you're gonna have to block out things that is lowering your frequency, because you can't have this frequency and you're trying to get this frequency. If you want to make money, like, you can't make money for watching Love Island. You know what I'm saying? I gotta charge this. Hold up. Let me turn up that classical music as well. So listening to audiobooks is gonna realign yourself to a higher vibration, because you're feeding your subconscious mind pictures and images related to whatever you want to create. Oh, we were close. Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me fix this. We can make that work. Um, Or was it okay? Yeah. So feeding. One thing I realized about people that make money, or let me just tell you something in a different perception. Let's look at Floyd Mayweather, right? And his success as a boxer versus somebody that makes money boxing, like maybe teaching boxing, or what I'm saying, being a part of an event competition where you're getting paid to perform. Anybody can be a master. I want y'all to know that. Like, I don't want anybody. Whenever a lot of people look up to celebrities, right? Like Kim K, like Kanye, right? A lot of people look up to people like that because they see their life. They're on a different level. They're in a different frequency. But that doesn't mean you can't do that as well, is what I'm saying. But people get so relished on what's on the TV. Like, I don't have a TV. Did y'all know that actor from Minecraft, I think his name is Mimosa or something like that? Let me look up his name real quick. Okay. The actor Jason Mimosa, right? He doesn't let his kids watch TV, or he doesn't have a TV in his house. His kids, right, do not have tablets. You can go Google this, right? And the reason why that is because he's so focused on his own craft. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that is something we go through as a society, is we're in competition because we're consuming things we see on the net by a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it a GMO screen, right? A GMO screen. And that really causes like hysteria, and it lowers your vibration in some way. My bad, I'm just looking at something real quick. So when you think about feeding your mind and sacrificing, like, trust me, you're gonna want to get a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think people, they kind of like sway from the fact that if I make money, right, by working hard enough, you know what I'm saying, one day I'll be able to have this car. And that's true. It's like, but people do this in a span of 20 years. Think about it. A millionaire can just grab any car that they want. Considering the fact that they're not millionaires, they probably have a million saved up. So it's not much to just buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a lot of people have different perceptions of like what to buy and what to create. You know, it's easy for an Andrew Tate person type of guy to just buy instead of, oh, I wish, or I associate myself like to get that one day. You know what I'm saying? I try to manifest it instead of saying like, well, let me just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go fucking, you know what I'm saying? And that's a problem in today's world, is like people, a problem in today's world is like people look up to people instead of being grateful for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so in this video, like I'm saying, like I gave up a lot of friendships. I gave up like my dreams. I don't want to say what those dreams are, but I realized like I'm chasing the wrong things, yo. Like I'm doing this is the wrong form. I want you to realize like everything, if you want to attain something, there's a formula and there's a method. And you have to follow up on that method and formula. But if you're not doing the right formula, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get any results, my guy. You feel me? So for me, it was like trying to uh, make it happen. And I had some results, you know what I'm saying, trading. And I started messing up because I started looking at other people. I let my insecurities, the fact that I didn't have what I wanted to have, kind of steer me away. And every time like you have this, for most people it's unconscious, like they have this like self-hatred, which is why they're going to find gratification in other forms. They're going to try to bring people down. They're going to try to make others feel like insecure. They're going to try to make people feel like ashamed of themselves so they can feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why bullying happens. You know what I'm saying? It's a crooked world, you know what I'm saying, where it's like a pyramid scheme. It's crazy. You know what's crazy? A lot of people say things like investing is a scam. People say things like starting your own business, it's not possible, or it's such and such, because they're conditioned by society to follow rules and act on fear, on other principles that don't really benefit them, that don't add value. You know what I'm saying? So over time, that accumulates into lack, and then people don't, you know what I'm saying, they'll end up getting what they want. And so for me, I was free spirited for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like I realized, yo, I had to fix myself. Because if I don't fix myself, if I don't heal as much as I can, if I don't, I have bloodline of information, of trauma, of negative experiences. What people don't realize that they can't manifest because they have too much trauma. So you gotta decrease that trauma and increase your understanding on. This is how you increase your frequency. You change your vibration by hanging with people that remind you what you should do, and that will help you get to the next level. Not people that go out and drink. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with partying, and I think the greatest asset we can invest in is ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I never was the one to kind of like chase women. I would just like kind of pinpoint interest into women. I wouldn't really like chase them down because I know in my spirit, in my understanding, this is just my opinion. What I say, I'm not giving you advice. You know what I'm saying? You should know that I don't care about your feelings. You probably don't care about my feelings. But in my perception, a man has to hang out either by himself or with other strong men. Society is going to try to, they're going to try things. It's going to try to brainwash you, make you think that you need clothes, you need a nice car, and not fix yourself and not better yourself, not better your income. Now, people, I would tell you, the people that look rich, I can tell you are not rich. Most people, I tell you like this, most people that have nice cars, they're broke. They can barely. even influencers. It because it only be the top influencers, the top dogs, probably the top five that can just do whatever they want. Everybody trying to be an influencer, if they make some money, well, it's the same as having a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And the real deal is uh, sacrificing, like eating a can of beans type shit, so you can get to that next level, fam. Um, so a lot of that gratitude, like loving self and stuff like that. I'm here to tell you, like, it doesn't matter what situation you come from. It doesn't matter, like, um, if your parents were this. Like, you have the ability to create genetics of a winner. You have the ability to do what a famous person can do. You know what I'm saying? And there'll be people. That's why you got to keep shit to yourself that are gonna project. And if you don't know what projecting means, look it up. Are gonna try to steer you away. They're gonna project what they think. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be the person that, when you're making money, don't project your own emotions, how society makes you feel, how you're such and such onto the market or onto your business, because that's when things go wrong. You know what I'm saying? You have to increase, not decrease. AUD. Because one thing about me is, um, I always was like, yo, I have to get it on my own. Because, you know, everybody is going to try to find a way to make you feel bad, because everyone says, like, yo, I'm doing all right. But actually, they're going through battles, fam. I want you to know this. There's only this. I'm in an interesting situation, but I'm doing better. Same thing in the markets. If I'm making money, just know I'm not perfect. I'm probably going to mess up at some point. But I learned. People that always tell you, yo, my life is great, or I'm doing good, or everything's fine. That may be a good indicator, but most people are going through demons, are going through hoops, and they're not choosing. You know what people do, man? Like, to not change their life and blame those around them, blame their past traumas or their family to the reason why they're broke or why don't they don't have money, is simply the fact, like, it's simply the flat. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's simply the fact that um, they identify themselves with situations, and they don't have they're too scared to just get up and do it. They rather, like, literally go, like, have fun and do this and do that, and go drinking and stuff like that. And it's crazy because you think these things are going to help you, but it's going to put you, like, in a deeper hole. And now the problems that you choose not to, like, because what you could have done is went to go work out. What you could have done is did some, like, exercise. What you could have done was join boxing. What you could have done was learn and find ways to increase. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants to look fancy. Everyone wants to look like, yo, I'm him. Everybody wants to finish off with a better joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you're in a situation where everyone's just trying to be the coolest, and there's no compassion because it's this age that we live in, and it's always been like this. It's this competition. But let me tell you this, and don't blame it on me, or don't like attack me when I say that this is somebody else's philosophy. This is a billionaire's philosophy, right? The only competition and the only enemy you really have is yourself. So by not controlling the self, by not engaging in self-help, by not doing what you need to do, you know what I'm saying? Uh Taking accountability and stuff like that. And one thing I want to like kind of, yes, okay. One thing I kind of want to elaborate is like it's really the lack of knowledge. It's really the lack of going forward, going forward. Being that guy that is not afraid to sweat, is not afraid to get dirty. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like you don't have to work that hard. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like go out there and create so much and do a lot. In fact, it can be quite fun if, like I said earlier, like it's all about the attitude and the thought process, right? But people carry so much negativity and stuff like that, and it causes like a lot of internal depression. It causes like fear, my guy, and literally that's why people stop becoming my friends, because what I realized, oh, okay, they cut. I clearly, I used to think, man, I'm not enough, and I was doing everything. I had a whole routine. Like I make sure my hygiene was good. I was working out at least an hour a day. I was trying to do what any normal human does, metaphorically speaking, because I feel like there's no such thing as normal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what normal is, but we can normalize being normal by saying that things are normal. You know, let that sink in. But I realized, damn, when people cut me off and told me shit, I realized, oh, they basically ended it because they hate themselves. So one thing I realized is like people will come into your life, positive people, people that want to see you win, people that really want to help you. And like there's this quote that goes, real friends divide your sorrows and increase your happiness. A real friend will divide your sorrows and increase your happiness, will boost your aura. And then you're out of the five people you hang out with the most. You know what I'm saying? And we could virtually just end this whole thing right now. But I'm gonna tell you, like trading has changed my life, and it will continue to do so. And I gave up my dream of stand-up comedy. I was into battle rap as well, but I realized like entertainment is literally a disease. Like you can't entertain. Entertainment is good every once in a while, but you shouldn't be entertaining yourself every day, ladies and gentlemen. Like you should not literally spend every day like, oh, I look forward to watching a show instead of I look forward to creating my reality, then that's when things become like a problem and it's like all weird things things happen, you know. Let me get my charger real quick, but I want you guys to ponder real quick on what I mean by how create your reality and not looking forward to bullshit, you know. So if somebody were to ask me, because you know, how do you, or you have to understand that the system we live in is designed to make you fail, to be broke. Like literally, that's why you people have TVs. Your TV is making you broke. Think about it. First and foremost, your TV plays negative frequencies, 440 hertz. It emits r- radiation that affects you at a cellular level, causing you to be lazy and stuff like that. And it's not good to always like be inside in the house and then you know that type thing. So by reading books constantly, by taking action constantly, and like I said, I don't want to talk. Bye bye.